As you guys know, Draymond was currently serving a suspension, an indefinite suspension, and now we found out ended up being only 12 games. Suspension for slapping Jusuf Nurkic in the face for no apparent reason, roundhousing him. And then at the end, he walks off and he says, well, normally I don't regret the things that I do because I stand on what I stand on, but in this particular case, I regret it. It's like, what are you talking about? It was so egregious because I think it was the second suspension in less than 30 days or something like that. I don't care. So then the NBA ended up removing him indefinitely. He gets suspended, and then all of a sudden he makes his glorious return back to NBA basketball, right? Makes his glorious return. And he comes back and he does an interview with the Volume podcast where he's talking about what he went through and how difficult it was and all the people that reached out to him. And as I'm sitting there listening to Draymond Green, I'm thinking to myself, Draymond is talking like as if he's the one that people were doing things to. For the people that didn't even hear what he said, want to play what he had to say because it was absolutely ridiculous. Take a listen to some of the things that Draymond Green had to say in his return. Then we'll come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to this nonsense.
I had a conversation with Adam Silver, commissioner of our league. And I just told him, Adam, it's too much for me. Like, it's too much. Like, this is too much. It's all becoming too much for me. And I'm going to retire. And Adam said, you're making a very rash decision. And I won't let you do that. And I'm like, no, Adam, like, not really sure it's a rash decision. It's just all too much. And, you know, we had a long, great conversation, very helpful to me, very thankful to play in a league with a commissioner like Adam, who's more about helping you than hurting you, or helping you than punishing you, or, you know, he's more about the players. And so I'm very lucky to have, or to be in a position to be under the guidance of an Adam Silver, of a Joe Dumars, of someone who's been really close to me hand in hand throughout as I've been walking through this, Bob Myers. And for the first 5-7 days of this thing, I talked to him two times a day. And I've always said, like, Bob is, our relationship goes far past him being our general manager. And I said that when he was our general manager. And, like, going through things like this shows what it means to be a true friend. I only hope to be as good of a friend as he is to me. Remember when I first talked to Adam, I was like, Bob's called me so many times. Like, Bob's called me 1,000,000 times. I keep talking to Bob. And it's just like, this dude is like, he just cares so much. Like, Bob's working, ESPN, and home with his family. What does he care? So thankful. Again, it's not oftentimes in life that you have people like that in your corner. Steve, Mike Dunleavy. The amount of people that's reached out to me during this, current players, past players, GMs, coaches, owners, was one of the things that really made me think, wow, you can't just run. You can't just like say this is it and run into retirement. There's actually people that care. But you walk through this journey and you're not really sure how many people really do care. Sometimes you can feel alone. It's okay for it to be too much. But it really just brought me to a space of, no, you can't just run. Do what it is that you need to do and figure it out. and do it the right way. And so I'm very thankful. And I won't mention everybody by name, but you all know who you are. I'm very thankful. Family, friends. I'm grateful. I am grateful for the time that I've had. To grow.
So you heard what Draymond Green had to say. I think Draymond Green is one of the most ridiculous people out there that has zero self-awareness. Draymond is talking like as if he went through some very, very horrific ordeal. He's acting like as if, oh my God, people are reaching out to me, trying to figure out. It's like, bro, you're acting like as if you're the victim. You're the one that has a history of kicking people in their privates. I don't know, body slamming, jumping on top of dudes, stomping on their chest was on Sabonis, kicking Steven Adams in his private parts. The last one you just had with this guy, throwing Rudy Gobert into a chokehold for no apparent reason and dragging him across for no reason whatsoever. You get suspended. You go through whatever the hell it is you went through. And then you talk about, oh man, it's too much for me. I was considering retiring from the NBA. What was too much for you? What's the thing that was too much for you? Being held accountable for once? That was too much for you? What about all this? The reason I don't care about Draymond is because it's not about Draymond. It's about the people he has hurt.